Legal disclaimer. No laws have been broken. We respect women. We also get consent from participants. This video is not violating any YouTube policies, nor contains any provocative content.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Justin here. And the whole purpose of this video is to show you guys how to get the exact type of woman you want, also an exact type of relationships that you want. And we'll do this by showing a real life case study, because that's the whole goal. Being able to meet the exact type of woman you want, connect with them, and basically see them over and over again and actually have her in your life in a true kind of romantic relationship where you're not stuck in the friend zone and you can just have a great time. So one of the goals of the video is to re-emphasize that you can get the exact type of woman you want without having to have, tons and tons of followers on social media, without having to be super rich and wealthy, and also without having to be extremely, amazingly good looking like a male model. You can simply approach them with a good game plan and have a really good chance of actually connecting with her on a romantic level. Alright, so just for a quick recap, last video was my first video I made in about 2 years, and that video was really about my lifestyle. A lot of people asking me, what's the day in the life of Justin Wayne like? So basically, I wanted to show you guys different girls that I've known for years, and some of them that are still in my life today, and also new girls that I've met. The whole purpose is to show you guys that you guys can be honest, open with girls, and they can still accept you for who you are. You don't have to tell them lies and all kind of stuff to keep them, because you cannot keep girls without being yourself anyways. Ultimately speaking, the longer she's with you, the more she's gonna find out everything about you. So basically, if you're the type of guy that at that time in your life, you want to see other women, she deserves the right to know that, because that's what's fair to her, and also you'd want to be treated the same. One more important thing was that I showed how other people can get results, such as Nick, who got a beautiful hot girlfriend to even tattoo his name to show her devoted loyalty. So I want to show people that I can teach what I can also do for myself. That's very important. Okay, so before we get into this video, I want to just make something very clear. The whole goal of this is, again, showing you the full process. A lot of times you might see videos where someone's approaching a girl and just getting phone numbers, or maybe rarely just maybe get a quick kiss in the party scenario where a girl's kind of drunk. I don't recommend doing any of that stuff, especially in today's climate. You want to meet people completely sober, where they have complete cognition of what they're doing, number one, so you can avoid all that stuff. Number two, you want to be able to get the girl to see you again, which is the ultimate evidence of her liking you, especially if there's also a romantic connection with it, where she's giving you obviously signs of physical interest, like she's kissing you. I think that's a perfect kind of way to kind of gauge what's going on. Usually that will lead to something really good. So without further ado, let's go ahead. Yeah. Hey, excuse me. I was actually really out of it that day. Main reason why, because I finished a 21-day fast. That means not eating for 21 days before that point, and I also was celibate even before that. So I was doing a lot of growth work right before I actually approached her. So yeah, this was the first approach I actually went out that time to do. The truth is, I did have approach anxiety. Before even approaching, I just felt off and nervous and just tense for some odd reason. But again, this is okay, because everyone goes through it. It's just like if you haven't swam for a while, jumping in the pool will be difficult. But as you do it over and over again, it's easy to get that momentum. So I basically did not have momentum. Do you happen to know a place that sells really healthy juice around here? No. You look like you kind of healthy, that's why I'm asking. On Lincoln Road, right?
Healthy food?
It's like those smoothies, the green drinks, the green. I decided to say something indirectly, ask for directions, because it was super socially relevant and comfortable for me to do. I didn't have the energy at that moment, or even the internal confidence, to be honest, to just be like, hey, what's up? I thought you were cool and sexy, blah, blah, blah. Smoothies and stuff?
Yes, go to the end, to Lincoln Road, and then turn to the left. Okay. And you will see
by the movie theater?
Yeah, no, but you need to finish Lincoln Road. Okay,
so I don't know if you guys noticed, but she seemed she wasn't really wanting to talk really, and which is cool. But I decided to just kind of try to spice up the pot and just kind of make her laugh. You might notice I'm saying high five, and she's not really going high. She's just not really complying with what I'm asking. So this is not a good sign. So I have to do something called a game changer, which is basically flip the vibe of the interaction, right? So it can go from a simple flat interaction that goes nowhere to her actually being in my life and dating me as a girlfriend, right? So that's the goal here. By the way, you have an accent. Where are you from? I like it. Oh, high five. I was in, I gotta go high. High. Gotta go high, man. I was in Okay, so I don't know if you got that, but the whole idea was like, come on, you can go higher, you can go higher. And like, I'm smiling, I'm really showing her the energy that I want her to receive back to me. And she's like, okay, this guy's cool, I'm seeing it. She's like, okay, I'll go there. And as soon as she goes there, then her vibe changes, then she's a lot more kind of like vibrant.
Recently,
Yeah,
I spent like,
girl.
I spent like 2 months there.
Really? Yeah, I was about to ask you if you have your phone there, you can add me on Instagram.
So as soon as we had this small talk for like a little bit, 3 to 4 minutes, she's like, oh, you seem pretty cool. I want to get your number. And a lot of guys will fall into this trap and think that, wow, this girl really likes me. So there's a few things here. Number one, it's not a good sign because I didn't connect with her long enough. Even if she generally feels like we're cool, what usually happens, especially in cold approaches or cold sales, anything like that, they generally won't see you again. It's like a 95, especially if she's very attractive, even 99% chance that she might just kind of forget about you. It's gonna be very hard to see her again. So I don't want to fall for that trick. So instead, I'm like, okay, cool. I try to exchange, numbers with her there. So bottom line is that I get her phone number, but then now I need to prolong the conversation just a little bit in a nice way and see if she's open to doing that as well.
Okay, well, I don't have Instagram right now. So long story short, I removed it like a while. Do you have WhatsApp or something?
Yeah.
Let's do WhatsApp for now, and when I get back my and some story with some girl, she was like stressing me out, and I just had to like make it easier.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So should I give you my number?
Yeah, cool.
It is 786.
So I mentioned that I don't like using Instagram because of some girl story. And the reason why that's important is because I want her to start recognizing early and setting the framework that, hey, I might be a guy with other women in my life. So I kind of want to know that kind of early on, because the earlier you let her know, the more she accepts it in the future, okay?
When I walk in the meantime, I have to go soon too. I'm going to my office anyways, then I'll go for juice spot. I'm going to be here. I travel all the time back and forth, so it's not that I live both places.
Yeah.
So it's like, I didn't get your name anyways.
So basically, now that I've expanded the conversation more, we're kind of walking and talking. You can call it like a mini instant date. We're just walking and talking towards the same direction, which is very cool. That way we can pull on the conversation and see if there's any more sparks that can happen and if I can solidify this connection. Because again, right now, if we parted ways when she asked for the phone number and I left, she would not see me again. There would not be a strong enough connection. The first step I was doing is called base social comfort. I just want to get comfortable with her, connect with her on a normal level, show that I'm a real human being and not some creeper, right? So that's number one. The second thing I'm going to do here is now do what you call romantic investment. I want to transition from just being a random, simple guy who's chasing her like every other guy. I want to change from there to being a guy that, there's a romantic form of investment between both of us where we're slowly investing in that direction. So that's phase number 2. I call it romantic investment. So let's just see how this is done.
It's like sometimes people cannot pronounce it.
Okay.
So I just
Mark.
say both.
Mark or Marcos?
Mark?
Yeah, Mark. I'm gonna practice my Spanish.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you doing? You nails?
Yeah, I'm doing everything.
I love girls who take care of themselves.
Yeah, so I just have my whole day off to go there.
Yeah, so for this phase number 2, the number one thing I'm gonna do is start like joking around, and making her laugh and stuff like that. Teasing her by saying like, my name is Mark, speaking with an accent, as you guys can see. This just helps to kind of start, teasing and playful a little bit, just to get more in that playful kind of stage, so I can transition more. So another part of romantic investment is that I'm actually qualifying her. I'm saying like, oh yeah, I really like girls that really take good care of themselves, X, Y, Z. I'm saying stuff like that to show that I have standards and what I appreciate about her. Really important, right? Because most girls don't want a general compliment, right? They don't say, oh, you're pretty or you seem really cool. You want to go more specific based on what she is saying about herself. Basically, the more specific a compliment is, the more real and genuine it's going to be for anyone.
Spend with my dog. Yeah, it's like.
Oh yeah? No, this is not.
I got to finally see some interest she's giving me beyond just a polite smile. Basically, we were talking about exercising, and she was like, "Oh, I can tell you exercise." She started holding my muscles and stuff like that without me telling her to, and just started smiling and blushing in a kind of very flirty way. So this was a really good sign that she's flirting. Now, again, this is not enough usually just to land a proper date. It needs to be more than this, but that's a really good sign.
Good. I used to be much more fit. Now I'm
really
fighting for fun.
Well, let me know whenever you are like free or.
Yeah, let's hang out. Let's just what we could do for fun. Let's just hang out, grab coffee, and then when we grab coffee, we'll decide to. Yeah.
So now we're going to go into the follow-up date. In my mind, this is much more important than just approaching a girl that's kind of halfway drunk and getting a quick kiss and then you don't know what happens after that, right? The whole purpose of the video is to show you what real connections look like with women and how it actually works. And if you're doing very well, you're gonna get a lot of follow-up dates that actually go somewhere romantic, right? It's not like a flashy stuff in the pan. You actually get to see dates. That's one thing that I've always focused on, is showing dates. Now we're meeting up for coffee. Now this is a very simple date. Even though it's in the evening, I'm like, let's meet up for a coffee date. I keep it simple. A lot of guys think that you have to spend lots of money on an attractive person, and I really like don't believe that at all. A lot of my dates are very simple, and I'm meeting for coffee, right? Simple.
No, it's okay.
How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good. I was taking a picture. I don't know if I can go like this.
Yes, you don't worry. Yeah.
Sure.
I got you, man. I know what I'm doing. Pretty much it.
Really?
How's your day?
To be honest?
Yeah, tell the truth, man. It's
was
hard?
Awful.
I can imagine. That sounds painful. Working over a counter is not easy.
Yeah, I'm helping a friend.
Okay.
She's currently like traveling.
So right now I'm taking to a nice public coffee lounge, and she's questioning about if she's dressed good enough, right? And this is a good sign, because that means she kind of cares about, you know, the way you perceive her and how she looks with you. It's not like the best sign in the world, but it's still a really good sign versus her not caring at all.
Yeah. She asked me like to stay there while she's probably with her parents, and like,
what do you do exactly over there?
It is like a bar.
Okay.
And you get different like flavors and different mixes.
Yeah.
So we have coffee, we're chilling out, and I'm just going more into like what her life is like, what her experiences are right now, whether she's in school and studying or whatever it is. I'm going deeper into her experiences.
So,
wow, you look really good in video. Oh my God, sexy nerd. Right? So usually on dates, we go multiple places. It's us doing on a video selfie. I like doing video selfies personally because I can always send it to her later, and she can just look at our connection together and just enjoy everything that we did together. Also that night while we were in public, we decided to get someone to take a picture of us, and part of that picture was a nice kiss, just to kind of solidify our romance and just have a good time, and she asked me to send that to her as well. You know, it's like, hey. Can you explain more about that quality?
Okay, being confident.
Yes.
I think that's something that everyone needs to be, because that's something like it comes with yourself. If you are confident, then people are gonna feel your energy in a really good way, and they're gonna trust you, they're gonna be with you, they're gonna feel comfortable, and also they're gonna stay with you.
So by day 3, we're already physically connected and everything was closed. So this point is a simple, relaxed day. We just went out that evening to have a good time, get some food. And you know, by this time, I know I'm more willing to do something more romantic with her, as she's already invested in me in the ultimate path anyway. There was already a close. So since everything was closed, I can just continue connecting with her and just having a good time with her, and even to the point where I'm like, hey, doing more video selfies and just like, talking about like dating stuff with her and whatever, and having a video selfie, even like giving her opinion as well. So anyways, I hope this pretty much helps. All right, so one question I have is, Justin, this is a great video, and I saw you get a nice girl, and it was great that you were able to keep her in your life, but how often can you do this, or can anyone do this? Is it even plausible to use day game, meeting a random person and being able to cultivate a romantic relationship with them? Is that something that you can actually rely on, or is it like a massive numbers game where you just get lucky, right? So that's a very good question. So by popular demand, I think next lesson, if you guys vote enough, just leave me a comment down below. A lot of people have been asking me to show them the mall video, and the reason why that was important is because that was more about the efficiency of what day game could look like. And in that video, it's 2012, where I approached 7 girls total, and I showed the full process of and I also got rejected by like 3 of them in the beginning. So you could see me getting rejected in the beginning, which is very important to show that I'm not perfect, and I do get rejections as well. But on top of that, you'll see also 3 other approaches as well that I actually was able to get the kiss in the mall, and then after that, most importantly, see them again on dates and everything else, right? And and continue that forward. So that was a really big deal. So the whole purpose of that video was to showcase the idea of going out for maybe just 1 to 2 hours, and from those 2 hours of approaching, you can have like a month or 2 or 3 of like good times with women that you really enjoy and have romantic relationships with, and just feel good. I just want to advise people still to keep it real with the girls, let them know that if you're not trying to be the one girl. Just be honest and let them know so that way it's not confusing or anything like that. So I still want to have a win-win scenario regardless. Let them know what your deal is. That's what I do. That's why you guys see me sometimes bringing girls together and stuff like that, because I just want to be honest. And if a girl wants to leave, she can leave, or if she wants to stay, she can stay. But you know, that's basically what I do advise. Do it the right way. You can date around, but just be straightforward with them, especially when it comes to the relationship talk. Guys, thanks a lot for everything. Now I actually have something for you. So there's a few things down below. I left a lot of free gifts for you guys. So the number one thing that I have for you guys is my transformation link, right? So number one, just go down there and you see transform. And this is where I actually explain my deep secrets about how to get the exact type of woman you want. And I also allow for you guys to book a call. So guys, that way we can talk about your problems individually. A lot of people want to depend on products. The reason why I like coaching the best is because all the best results I've got for clients were through individual coaching, because everyone has a different kind of DNA as to the way their personality will transform when they start learning dating, right? Not everyone will look like me, talk like me, or act like me. So my job as a coach, after coaching for over a decade, has been seeing guys with different personalities, different backgrounds, and helping them to get their exact type of woman they want, and also get the exact type of relationships they want as well. The other thing I have for you guys is my 7 free courses page. Now just choose one course at a time. So what happens is that when you get this course, you get a series of emails per course, right? So just choose one course if you want to, and if you choose multiple courses, just expect that you'll get multiple emails, email lessons 1, 2, and 3. Most of them are like a video series of like 3 to 4 videos throughout the week. You guys get email every 2 days or so with a new video lesson. So we cover different topics from like the phone to confidence building to your personality enhancement. So just choose a free course, anything that you would want, enjoy those courses. And that's pretty much it. So again, let me know in the comment below what you want to see next, and I hope this helps.